Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Unity North Atlanta. I'm Reverend Richard Burdick, and it is my honor to invite you into our space tonight. We're here every Wednesday night. Myself, Michael Burke, and we have guests that come in all the time. But this is I always like to say that it's going to be a different one. It's going to be unique, but they're all uniquely special. And they are uniquely special because the right people are tuning in at the right time to have the focus that we're going to have here tonight. But I thought unique tonight because it's using a time of reflection, a time of stillness, a time of silence to address the call that's coming from within us to be God's voice in the world, to speak up. Get silent in order to learn how to more readily, courageously, powerfully speak up, to say what we need to say. And this topic came about as a result of just watching the world and feeling and seeing and sensing a deep sense of trepidation about, just keep your mouth closed. Don't say anything. Don't rock the boat. Don't let yourself be seen or heard. Well, tonight, in our time of reflection, it's about finding that courage within us to say, I will be seen. I will be heard. I will speak, and I will be God's voice. I will not let this world be empty by wasting the gift that is me and the words and thoughts and ideas that are mine to share, because nobody can bring the message that we have to bring. It's not just up to people who speak for a living or ministers to share the gospel, the truth. No, the truth needs to find expression, does find expression through each of us. Breathe that in with me for a moment. Just breathe deeply. Somewhere along our life's journey, each of us made a decision what was safe to speak and what was not safe to speak. And a little piece of us might have shut down and tucked away on a shelf and said, no, those words don't need to be here. I'm going to invite you to revisit those words tonight as you can take a deep breath, knowing that your voice is a gift and that you are a gift. You're not in the skin that you're in or the life that you're in or the world that you happen to be in by any kind of accident, but it's all a divine appointment. And our role is to do a little bit more than just show up and keep the divine appointment, but it's to communicate with life. Tonight, let us communicate with life as we embrace, re-embrace those parts of ourselves, those words and those ideas that God set aside. All the songs will be about speaking up tonight. The poems will be about speaking up and maybe the ways that we have shut down. Let each word, let each silence, let each chant, each poem, each moment be a grand invitation to your divine self to say what you need to say. So we get relaxed. Take a deep breath once again and close your outer eyes. And on the exhale, release anything that would resemble fear. Let it go. And breathing in everything that resembles courage and strength and light and love. Breathing out everything that might look like judgment or concern or worry or even past experiences. Let it all go, because all we have is right now. All we have right now is to be used by the presence and the power of God as the very vessel through which God finds expression. And as the breath begins to get deeper and slower, the mind chatter begins to slow, and we begin to align with that deepest essence of ourselves, known by many names, but it is the purest essence and spirit of who we have been since the beginning of time, and maybe who we had forgotten. We begin by saying to that presence, I'm here. Use me. Use my body, my mind, my voice, and my spirit. Use me, God, that your will may be done through and as me. Sit quietly as we take these words as our own. Here I am, Lord, use me, guide me, fill me, take me, and lead me by your will. Here I am, Lord, ready to follow and serve you, to know you and be you in this world. God's will be done through me this day. Sing that with me, God's will. God's will be done through me this day. Here I am, infinite presence of light and love, awakening all those places that I had forgotten. Here I am, Lord, use me, guide me, fill me, take me, and lead me by your will. Here I am, Lord, ready to follow, to serve you, to know you, to speak you into this world. God's will be done through me this day. Take that with me. God's will be done through me this day. God's will be done through me this day. One last time. God's will be done through me this day. In our desire, in our surrender, and in our willingness, we get to come face to face with the decisions that we made to give up our voice, to turn it over to somebody else. And so in our first poem, we let the questions come. Who took it? Who did you give it away to? The time has come to take it back and to say what we need to say.
Yes, who took your voice? Maybe your no was not enough, and dominance pushed it aside like it was never there. And you learned your words didn't matter.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
Maybe your silence was required, and coercion whispered its lie. Coercion whispered its lie that secrets were safer. And you learned that truth equaled pain.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
Maybe your story was cut short and shame covered your mouth to filter in the darkness. And you learned, yes, you learned to only be positive.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
Maybe. Yes, maybe now that you are safe, the older, stronger you can stand beside the little one inside and begin to ask, who took your voice? Who took your voice?
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
Maybe you were not created to have your boundaries crossed and your no dishonored. Maybe you were not created to hold all these secrets and all that pain. Just maybe, you were not created to tell a partial story, to be entirely accepted.
And God says, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
Who took your voice? Who took your voice with all its tone and volume and beauty of pain and joy and expression of you? Who took your voice with all its color and silence and pauses? Pauses of rhythm and pace and music of you. Who took your voice when you exhaled to show and tell of trauma and secret and treatment of you?
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
Did it remain inside? Was it muffled outside? Dismissed? Minimized? Was it met with contempt by those with too much to lose and little to give? Come now. Come now, one word at a time. Like the healed leper, it's time to take up your voice and talk.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
Take up your voice and talk. You didn't mean to lose it, but when you went to use it, it wasn't there. And you began to wonder, who took your voice? Who took your voice? There was a story to tell when you experienced hell, but lips didn't open, and you began to wonder. You began to wonder, who took your voice? Who took your voice? You don't remember giving it away. It's like it was stolen. But not stolen because you can speak. But not about that event or pain or doubt or skeletons in your closet. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. You have a voice, but you can't find an ear to hear with love the truth of what is and was and shame and hurt.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
The truth of what is and was and shame and hurt. And so it may be that your voice finds the attuned ear of a co-suffering other who'll sing in harmony the songs of deliverance you need to sing.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. I say what I 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 need to say. Every one of us is important. Every one of us matters. You are important. You matter. You are not an accident. Your life is not a randomness or a mistake. And what you have to say is neither random or a mistake or wrong, but rather it is necessary. And so let us speak in this moment. Oh, make me an instrument. Use me as an instrument of God's peace, of God's love, to a hungry and thirsty world that needs my voice now more than ever. For the pushing through of the pain and the difficulty, the fear and the doubt is not just for myself alone. I am the veritable voice of God that is healing the planet. I am the veritable voice of God healing the planet, and the words are needed. So make me an instrument, Lord, of thy peace. And as I give love, love I will receive, because I am not my past. I am not my pain. I am not my experiences. Make me an instrument, Lord, of thy peace. As I give love, love I receive. Make me an instrument, humble and free. As I awaken the living light in me. As I awaken the living light in me. Let that still small voice that is the essence of your soul, the power of your very being, the God of your spirit, sing in this moment. Make me an instrument, Lord, of thy peace. As I give love, love I receive. Make me an instrument, humble and free. As I awaken the living light in me. As I awaken the living light in me. Now is a time to be honest. We cannot be a light unless we are honest about how we gave it away. We cannot be the voice of God unless we are honest with those who need to hear. Oh, we cannot be the veritable presence of God unless we are honest. Let us be honest in our conversations, both internally and externally. Take the words of this next poem into our first period of silence, as we are honest with each other.
Honest, noble honesty. There is one thing nobly worthwhile, though the parrots chatter and scream, though the critics howl and the cynics smile, and life seems a mocking dream. There is one thing that grandly counts. In the face of the tempting glare, in the tempest of doubt on the lonely mounts, in the thickets of thorny care. And that's to hold the truth, to abide with justice and right, to be a man, to be a woman, and genuine soothe with heaven's invincible might. There are bowers of beauty and love. There are trumpets of lordly fame. there are pleasures below and blessings above that flash with a lifting flame. Let them flaunt their allurements high. Let them beckon and call and cajole. There is only one worth in the earth and the sky, and that is an honest soul. An honest soul.
Let's get honest with ourselves. And our first period of silence, of breathing, of reflection. Honesty has such a powerful way of melting away that which doesn't belong. And maybe the honesty melts away that which has been so painful to hold and to carry like a weight that each day, each moment got heavier and heavier. Oh, a sweet exhale, a sweet release and surrender. The honesty opens up a portal, not only to the melting and the releasing of that which doesn't belong, but a freedom of voice, a freedom of expression that is filled to overflowing with compassion. Compassion for the world and compassion for self. And suddenly the rigid life that we were living in, unmoving, unbudging life, feels so free, as if wings have been given to us. The wings of our emotions, the wings of our words. And we feel bubbling up from the center of who we are, a grander invitation to be, to express. God, speak through me. Use me. Change the world through what I have to say. That every breath that I take confess the glory of a magnificent earth. That every breath I take bear witness to the magnificent heavens that are right here on earth, if we can just be honest with ourselves. Real, authentic, transparent, who we are. And so take this next chant as a prayer. Speak through me. Speak through me. Speak through me. I'll use my life to bring the light and set my spirit free. With every breath I will confess the truth you give to me. God, take control. Ignite my soul and speak through me. A realization that it is not my voice. It is not their voice, not even our voice. It is God's voice speaking through humanity. And so as we speak in honesty, we receive and hear and listen in honesty as well. Because it is God expressing God, sharing with God, being received by God. How dare I not share that voice of God that is calling and screaming for expression through me? How dare I not receive, however uncomfortable it might be, that energy of God? Speak and hear through me, God. Speak through me. Speak through me. I'll use my life to be a light and set my spirit free. With every breath I will confess the truth you give to me. God, take control. Ignite my soul and speak through me. God, take control. Ignite my soul and speak through me.
What if understanding is a light we glimpse beyond the thorny thicket of difficult conversation? What if polite banter won't get us there, and even civil discourse keeps us here in our old meadow of safety and ignorance? What if it takes a few bruises and scratches to reach that light? What if you and I need to wade in together, talking recklessly, not silent, not shouting, but fierce in listening, saying, how is it for you? How is it for you? Tell me about that. Tell me about that. I want to know what I never knew. I need your suffering to erase my denial and my pain to illuminate your path. Did you hear me? I need your suffering to erase my denial and my pain to illuminate your path. Ready? Let's go.
Let's go. You go, I go, we go. Let's go. Let go and let's go. Beyond our shame, beyond our fear, let's go. Beyond our judgments, yours and mine, and 1,000 more people, let's go. You see, the world just doesn't need me or need you. The world needs us. A common voice, a powerful, unified voice. And when we come together in one powerful, unified, united voice, and we say, let's go, nothing can stop the waves of God's glory from being made manifest on earth. Here I am, Lord. Oh, and we ask the question, why doesn't God send somebody to change this? And the still small voice says, I did send somebody. I sent you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and them, and us. I sent myself. let's go. Let our response be, here I am. I, the Lord of sea and sky. I have heard the people cry, all who dwell in emptiness, my word will raise. I who made the stars and night, I will make the darkness bright. Who will bear my light to them? Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. It is I, Lord. I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, where you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart. I will say what needs to be spoken. I will be what needs to be. I will share what needs to be shared. I will walk where I need to walk. I will do what I need to do. And we will show up where we need to show up, with the affirmation embedded so deeply within our souls, let's go, that the world will never be the same again. Here I am, Lord. It is I, Lord. I have heard you calling in the night. We will go, Lord, where you lead us. We will hold your people in our hearts. We will hold your people in our hearts. And we will change the world.
Yes, let's go. Let's begin. Let's change the world. Let's shift it. Let's shake and remake it. Let's rearrange the pieces, the patterns in the maze, the reason for our days in ways that make it better, in shades that make it brighter, that make the burden lighter. Because it's shared, because we dared to dream and then to sweat it, to make our mark and not regret it. Let's plant a seed and humbly say, I changed the world today. Let's plant a seed and humbly say, I changed the world today.
Say what you need to say. 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 Say what you need to say.
Say what you need to say. Let's change the world. Let's lift it. Let's take it and awake it. Let's challenge every leader, the citadels of power, the prisoners in the tower. The hour of need's upon us. It's time to raise our voices, to stand up for our choices. Because it's right, because we fight for all that's just and fair, for a planet we can share. Let's join the cause and boldly say, we'll change the world today. Let's join the cause and boldly say, we'll change the world today. Let's change the world. Let's love it. Let's hold it and unfold it. Let's redesign the future, the fate of earth and sky, the existential why. Let's fly to where there's hope, to where the world is greener, where air and water's cleaner. Because it's smart to make a start, to fix what we have broken, our children's wish unspoken. Let's be the ones who rise and say, we changed the world today. Let's be the ones who rise and say, we changed the world today.
May all beings know love. May all beings know peace. May all beings know love. May all beings know peace. No more pain. No more pain. May all beings know love. May all beings know peace. Take a deep breath with us again as we come to the end of our time of reflection. Let us bring back into the space where we sit, the space of our lives and our world, knowing that the world has been changed at a deep level as a result of these few moments together. But those moments are amplified and accelerated by our desire and our commitment to get busy being the voice of God on earth. Say what you need to say. One more deep breath, and bring your awareness, come back to the computer where you're sitting or the phone where you happen to be sitting. I don't know about Michael, but I felt presence coming through the technology today. Oftentimes you feel it coming this direction, and we're emoting a lot here tonight, but it was tangible to come back. You see, as we started this pandemic a year ago, saying we are not bound by time and space or location, I felt that tonight. And I want to let you know clearly we have made a decision that we have a great Easter service coming up on April 4th. We're going to be all outdoors and some indoors, but we're going to be opening up on that day as well as every Sunday and every Wednesday afterwards for about 100. We did 50 before. We're going to have 100 plus the band, plus the singers. For those of you who have been vaccinated and are ready to get back in the room, for those of you that are ready to, follow the protocols. We're still going to have protocols because we're not out of the woods yet. But boy, we're getting ever closer. And we are speaking to this congregation. We miss you, and we want to see you back in here. Yes, we can feel it through the airwaves, and we will continue to feel it through the airwaves for those who don't feel comfortable coming back into the room, but we're opening up the doors to Unity North. So April 4th, mark your calendar. There's going to be a registration process that is going to be happening. Stay tuned for that. Watch the website, watch Facebook, watch all of the emails that go out in the newsletter. But we're opening up our hearts. Our hearts have never been closed, but we're opening them up even wider. And we're going to say what we need to say as we come back into the room and raise our voices once again collectively in the same space at the same time. And I want to say thank you for the generosity that's been happening at Unity North for the entire year. What a great Sunday to come back and be on the place, back in the place together. Easter Sunday, the renewal of spring. Spring is in the air. It's just around the corner, and spring is bursting out all over the place. And so is Easter, so is resurrection, so is renewal, so is rebirth in so many ways. And I invite you to be part of that energy. And you can start right now by saying, yes, Unity North, you held the high ground. You held the high watch for an entire year. And that has value to me, and you're going to open up the doors, and we're going to take it to the next level. And your contributions allow that to happen. If what Michael and I have done here this evening is valuable to you, don't let that go to waste. Express it. Say thank you in some way. Pay it forward. Make a donation through text to give. Make a donation through offering a check that you mail in. Come by the church. We're going to be here more and more, and the staff has been here working now, and we're going to get the place spit shined and ready for company once again. Come by and just say thank you, but maybe make a special offering to say, you did it. You got through a pretty tough time, and we did it with grace, and we did it with dignity, and that has value to me. And so that financial contribution allows us to keep having this church, keep having this building, keep having these programs. But please also support Michael Burke. He's got a website, michaelmurphyburke.com. Go on there and make a donation to him. He gets a stipend once in a while here, but for the most part, he is here out of a love, out of a service. And so I want to support his beautiful ministry as well, because we belong to each other. And I just felt like I needed to say that tonight. But thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for playing with us. Michael, do you want to offer anything to those that are watching? We've got just a minute or two.
I just agree with what you said, that I felt something tonight. It was magical. Whenever I read pieces here, I get very drawn in and open up to a space that I felt tonight was touched out in the openness that I felt from whoever was watching. It felt a deep connection. It felt good tonight, really good. We can change the world. We are changing the world. Let's keep doing it.
Absolutely. And I want to really a special love and prayers for those that are watching us from all over the country. You've never been in this space here, and you probably won't be in this space unless you come to visit, and you're always welcome. But you found us through the airways, and you are a part of this congregation. You are a part of this family, and I hope that you feel that. And I hope that you know that our songs and our chants and our poems and our prayers are equally for you, because there is no separation between us. So I thank you for your contributions and your willingness to support the work. Let's end our evening with that chant. May all beings know love, and may all beings know peace. May all beings have their voice. May all beings know love. May all beings know peace. May all beings know love. May all beings know peace. The Look of the Irish will be with us next Wednesday. St. Paddy's Day. We'll have a couple of special guests with us. Please join us next Wednesday, and please join us on Sunday. Brian Perry is back in the house, going to be doing the talk, and he's always fantastic. Have a wonderful and blessed evening. Go say what you need to say. Good night, everyone.